normal returned and Dallas is back to their winning ways, but the Cowboys have a very tough test on Thanksgiving when the undefeated Panthers come to town. Cam torched Washington Sunday, 5 TD passes, each to different receivers. And the Redskins ran for only 14 yards against Carolina's tough defense. Eric Allen's in the house. You know a thing or two about those Cowboys in the NFC East. Played them quite a few times. Now, according to Westgate Sportsbook, Dallas is favored by 1.5. Eric?
You're laughing out loud at
Eric,
that? You're
it's great
laughing
to have
out
you back.
loud at that?
We had to search deep for that, right? I mean, out of everything, we had to search
Why?
deep.
Well, everybody knows
I always
that.
look at the
It's
line.
out there, man.
Oh, my God. And I know people are on the bandwagon now. Tony Romo's back. I mean, Dez is happening. Dallas Cowboys are doing their thing.
Oh, not this guy.
They are facing one of the toughest teams in the National Football League this year. Josh Norman. I mean, just to shut down, lock down Josh Norman.
He's the best.
He is. One of the best receivers. He will shut down Dez. Dez is not playing 100%.
Yep.
And then you have that outstanding linebacker core. You got Kuechly, you got Thomas Davis, you got Tillman back there helping out.
Wow.
You got Harper making runs, and sack man Kawan Short. There's no way the Dallas Cowboys should be favored against the mighty Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers.
What do you think about 38-7 Carolina?
Well, they'll get like 10. I think Cowboys will get 10. But right now, we're talking MVP candidate in Cam Newton, making it happen, running all over the place.
Is he the MVP, though?
No, Brady's the MVP. He's
want to make sure you're
second.
getting
like
carried away.
Second.
A close second.
You know, throwing for 4 or 5 touchdowns, running back in.
Against those Redskins. He did.
It doesn't matter.
I give it to him.
The Carolina Panthers should be favored by a large margin.
By a large margin?
EA's book.
Should they be favored by, say, 10 then, or 12?
I would say, let's go 11.5.
11.5 says EA.
My shoe size.
What says Stephen A. Smith?
I will tell you this. I think that if Carolina is going to lose a game this season, or 2, it's going to be over the next 2 games. They got a road game against Dallas. They got a road game against New Orleans. Do I think the Dallas Cowboys should be favored? Utterly ridiculous. Of course they shouldn't be. But I will say this. I do think that the game itself is going to be very interesting. Thanksgiving, short week, holiday, likelihood is guys don't really want to play on that day, you know, for Carolina. I don't know about that. I'm just saying, you're just playing on a Sunday, and then after that you got Thursday, you can be chilling at home with family and friends and say you got to work.
You get to chill for 10 days, right?
I agree with that. I'm just talking about Thanksgiving, not a Thursday game.
I think Cam want to do his thing on Thanksgiving.
But since he's going to be there, I think he's going to do his thing. I just think it's one of those situations, however, I think the Dallas Cowboys can make it very, very interesting because Carolina comes in there with the perfect record. And so the hype is surrounding that franchise as opposed to the Dallas Cowboys. And we all know they're always starving for publicity. They're not happy unless you're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. They don't even care if you're talking about them negatively. Just have us in the press so that you can remind the world that we're relevant. And that's really what they want. So I think this is one of those situations. I think they will show up. I think the Dallas Cowboys will play a highly competitive game. I think this will be a nail-biter, but I'm still going to roll with Carolina to handle their business in this contest.
But you think it's laughable that Dallas is favored?
I don't think they should be favored. I don't think because there's nothing to justify the Dallas Cowboys being the favorite in this game. Absolutely nothing to justify it.
Okay. Back to my friend Eric Allen, who mentioned that the spread should be 11.5, which is his shoe size, 11.5. And I think he just put a size 11.5 right in his mouth. I think you just put your foot right in your mouth. Because, call me crazy, but I think my Cowboys are back. I think you will see on Thursday the team that you saw in games 1 and 2, especially the team that won handily at Philadelphia in game 2. Remember that game? Should have been 20-3. They got a late touchdown, 20-10. This team is back. This team will beat Carolina on Thursday. I know we should save our... I don't want to save my predictions because I see this one coming. And here's the point. There is no way Carolina is a 10-0 type of team. They are much overrated as a 10-0 team. And I think we would all agree that Dallas is extremely underrated as a 3-7 team with its quarterback back and even 75% of Dez Bryant back. I give you, he's still a little iffy on his right foot, just a little bit. but he got open a couple times yesterday. He caught a 16-yard touchdown through beat double coverage into the end zone, and it looked like the good old days. And that team on that touchdown pass that made it 21-14 after Miami had tied it, bounced back to life. Like, our guys back, we're back, our defense is back. It's the best defense in the division. It's the best offensive line in the division. I think it's the best skill talent in total in the division, including the quarterback, the receivers, and the running back. And I think that Cam will come in there flying high. He's having fun. We all love what he's doing. But I'm going to remind you about Cam Newton's team. They won at Seattle on a late throw in which the Legion of Boom or Doomed at that point did not even cover Greg Olsen. Remember that throw? That won the game for Cam Newton. And then Aaron Rodgers got scared, I'm going to say it one more time, in the pocket on the crucial late play at Carolina when it looked like they were back in the game, and failed to see a wide open Randall Cobb in the end zone, a little pitch and catch that would have sent it to overtime. And that's what it took for Carolina to remain unbeaten, because you can't show me another game on their schedule where you say, wow, that was impressive. I give you Seattle, and I give you struggling Green Bay at Carolina. I give you those. But I'm not going to give you this one, because I think they're going to be in the wrong place at the wrong time against a Dallas team that almost won 6 of those 7 games that they lost. They were right there at the buzzer, man. They were right there. Yeah. Every game I can show you, they're right there. They're right there. They needed a quarterback to make just one more play.
Yeah, you had Mr. Fourth Quarter this week.
Just one play. And Tony Romo's going to make that play. I agree it's going to be close. I will give you this. Remember, most of the time, the odds makers give 3 points to the home team. So to say that Dallas is favored by 1.5, you could also make the case that they're not favored by 1.5, right? Yeah. And remember this, because Dallas is America's team, and they are so public in the betting public, people will leap on the bandwagon with both fists betting this week. So clearly, the odds makers want to set the line to encourage a few people to bet on Cam. You know, just a few people. So they will favor Dallas to say, wait a second. Really? Really? Okay, so Cam's getting points at Dallas. So they're begging people, they're encouraging, they're pushing people to bet on Cam Newton here. So that's the odds makers' psyche. So I get that. I'm not saying that 1.5 is the correct line. I'm just saying that Dallas will win a close game. That's all I'm saying. So I don't care what the line is. You can laugh at it all you want.
So you're saying that Vegas concerns about pumping up.
They always do.
Cam Newton.
Listen, Dallas is the most bet-upon team in pro football. People go crazy betting on, and they do get carried away. The bandwagon will roll this week.
They're back in the division. I understand that they're back in the division, but we're talking about level of competition. I mean, it is not even close. Just like the NFC East is maybe the worst division in football.
So you think you think the Carolina Panthers are significantly better than the Dallas Cowboys?
Yes, I do
not.
Yes, I do. Yes,
I don't.
They're plus 13, which is the most important probably numbers we need to talk about. They're plus 13. Okay, they're picking the balls off. They have over 30 sacks. They have an outstanding back end, which is going to really negate what Tony Romo needs to do to make those plays. There's not going to be any double teams on Dez. There's going to be single team on Dez, and he's basically going to be taken out of the game. So now you have to really focus on the running game for the Dallas Cowboys. And although, you know, they had a pretty good dose of the running game, this week it's not going to be like that. Got the 2 best middle linebackers in all of football. So the running game is going to be shut down. So Tony Romo, where
it sounds like Dallas shouldn't even show up for this game.
No, they should show up because they want to be talked about the beat down. That's going to happen with the Carolina Panthers.
10 points.
And then Cam Newton just dancing on them. Just dancing on Thanksgiving.
Dancing on them.
Big old turkey leg at the end of the game.
See, the thing about it is that I think that Dallas's defense is capable of neutralizing Carolina's offense to some degree. I think what Cam Newton has done has been absolutely sensational. But if there's a defense that can get up in him, sort of plug those holes, keep him contained to some degree, and keep the score close, I think Dallas defense is capable of doing that. Where I lose faith in the Dallas Cowboys is because I'm wondering what is that offense going to do against Carolina's defense. That's my question mark. But also keep in mind, Carolina's special teams are suspect, as the Redskins showed again yesterday. So let's just keep that in mind as well, because you can score points in a variety of ways. Your defense might shut Dallas's offense down, but you might give up some points special teams-wise. And so I got to be mindful of all of that to say that there's a reason this game, in my estimation, will be close. But to me, the challenge is Tony Romo back, working off the rust after one game.
In a short week.
In a short week. Des Bryant's not 100% yet. The Carolina defense should have a field day with Dallas.
That short week is really going to hurt guys who are not completely healthy. Tony Romo coming off an injury in a short week. An older football team, it usually hurts. So again, that's what you need to be looking at as far as a short week is concerned. Not a healthy young football player opposed to a banged up older football player. I'm telling you, I've been in a situation where I played on Sunday, had to come back on Thursday. For a guy, you're in your 10th or 11th year.
My Cowboys have lived in that situation their whole lives from the start, because they do this every year. They get ready for Thursday. They go Sunday, Thursday, every year of their existence. They all know how to do this.
I remember that Sunday, Thursday in '90. When we went down there, the Eagles went down there.
Well, what happened last year?
I don't think they scored.
That was the expansion Cowboys.
On Thanksgiving Day, what happened last year?
33-20 happened. Yeah, I know. I'm glad you reminded.
I'm just saying, you said they always prepare for this.
No, I said they know how to prepare.
I'm just saying they know how to prepare. They're always ready for this from Sunday to Thursday and Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, and I'm like this. Hey, what?
Yeah.
I know what they did after, but what
on the day after Turkey Day, you showed up saying, that's it, you guys are done. Yeah, but I said, no, we're not done.
But I didn't just bring up the point about how they show up ready on Turkey Day. You did.
No.
See, that's a different subject.
No, but I'm
addressing what you said about Turkey Day.
That maybe Dallas doesn't know how. No, they do this every year. They're okay.
They okay?
They'll be ready
on
for
Turkey Day.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see. Des Bryant, Terrence Williams, Jason Witten, Cole Beasley. I think I'm going to be okay. I think I'm going to show up.
We shall see. It looks like Skip will be able to enjoy his Thanksgiving meal. Cam Newton has never played in Dallas. It'll be his first time there in Jerry's world. Up next, the chess game between Rex Ryan and Tom Brady continues tonight in Foxborough on Monday Night Football. We've got a good one. So does Buffalo have a shot to hand the Pats their first loss? Find out next.